If you're somebody who's a fast talker, watch this video. I'm gonna give you a tip to help you slow down and be more effective in your communication. I'm a job interview coach. I've worked with over 150 job seekers to improve their interview skills. And one of the common issues that I see is people who ramble and tend to talk really fast and get ahead of themselves. And it sometimes ends up being that it's hard to parse or process what you are saying. And here's the piece of advice that I've shared with folks like that has helped them actually slow down and really drive home the message of what they're saying. Throughout the interviews for a second and imagine you are working on a project with somebody and you're working with them one-on-one, and this person is somebody whose English is their second language and they only recently started learning it. They only recently immigrated. They're not somebody like me who is like really fluent or they moved when they were a kid, right? Their English is their new language that they're learning for the first time. Imagine, how would you explain something to them? We naturally tend to gravitate and change and morph our speech patterns based on who we are talking to. And typically when we're talking with somebody who maybe they're learning English, they're not comprehending it as quickly, we tend to naturally slow down and enunciate. Now, I'm not saying be very over the top and offensive about it, right? This is not the 90s, but even as I'm explaining now, you're maybe noticing that I'm slowing down, I'm enunciating a little bit more because I'm thinking about talking with somebody whose English is a second language. I actually noticed that I do this with my parents naturally when I talk with them. I immigrated when I was 7 years old. My parents were obviously older than me, so English is their second or third language. And so when I'm talking with my partner, I tend to talk pretty fast, or with my friends. Sometimes when I'm talking with my dad, especially when it comes to a subject that he's not as familiar with, I tend to slow down a little bit and I maybe enunciate a little bit. It's not in a way that's condescending or rude. It's in a way that's subtle and allows me to better communicate with them. So if you are somebody who's a fast talker and you know that you need to slow down, whether you're in a job interview or you're giving a presentation, think about maybe somebody who in your life who you naturally tend to speak a little bit more slowly to. Maybe it might be a child, maybe it might be somebody who is learning English still, and imagine you're talking with them. It'll naturally help you slow down without feeling like it's forced.